is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make when they're in the gym?
Biggest mistakes that they make when they go to the gym. They want fast results. They want quick results.
Yes.
They think in their mind that they're going to go to the gym, start lifting weights, and in a week or 2 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks time, they're going to look, it doesn't work like that. You have to take your time. You have to lay foundations, and anything in life. You have to lay those foundations to progress on, as the old what's the word goes. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yes.
You need to lay foundations, and what I see certainly from people who go to the gym, or the gym that I go to, I see people turning up and they're very keen. I look at them and I see the way they're training. I see the way they're moving their body. I think I'll give you a couple of weeks, and then you don't see them in the gym. So it's people want quick results, and that you're in for a big surprise if you're thinking that. That is the biggest mistake.
I 100% agree with you on that one as well. And then they're always they're thinking, you see them practically every day. They're in the gym for 2-3 hours, and it's like, you're not competing. Are you competing for Mr. Universe or something like that, where you're training for 3 hours? I mean, Maxim, what is your take on this whole 3 hours a day thing? Do you think is it worth it? It's not worth it, is it? I mean, no. 45 minutes to an hour is all you need.
That hour max. And again, going back to time management, if you plan what kind of training you're going to do on a particular day, let's say you're going to go and do, I don't know, back and tricep. When you go into that gym, you have to be focused. Yeah. The gym that I go to, there's people on their phones. They're like that on their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you're doing? What you're here to do? Are you here to see how many followers you got? Are you here to see, who's messaged you?
I guess so.
Put the bloody phone down and get to work. I saw a guy. This is absolutely true. I saw a guy about a month ago, and he had a mat out, and he was doing some stretching and doing some press ups. And I thought, what's that in front of him there? I looked over, and he's got his phone on a stand. He's watching a movie. He's watching a movie on his phone in the gym.
Wow.
And I just think to myself, look, if you come to the gym, put that phone away, okay? Do what you say you're going to do and get it done. But if you're in there for 45 minutes to an hour, and you know what exercise you're actually going to do, then put the bloody work in and get in there. Limited time rest, get in and out, and you're done. So I see so many of these young guys at the gym, and they go in there and they put the weights on, and they're all having a conversation between themselves. And then I call them the watchers, because I'm looking at them, and they're looking at themselves, and they're looking at themselves in the mirror every 10 minutes to see if their biceps have grown. And I'm thinking, get to work, brother.
Yeah, I get that. There was this gym I used to go to myself, and there was this really big guy on there. You could tell he was on a few things. We both know what that is. And every few seconds he'd be looking at the mirror, and then if somebody walked in, he got aggressive. If somebody walked in his way, it's like, chill. It's like they call it a public gym for a reason. He got really aggressive towards the person, like shouting, swearing at him. I could hear them on the other end of the gym while they're on one end of the gym, and it's like, what's going on? Then you figure out, who was doing it. Somebody accidentally bumped into him. He got even more aggressive. He thinks they wanted to have a fist fight with them. It's like, no, mate. It's an accident. It's a crowded place. What do they call Monday? International Chess Day, isn't it? And there's never a bench available, is there?
It all depends on what time you go to the gym. I know exactly.
Yeah.
There's two gyms in my city here. They're both owned by the same company.
Oh yeah,
But I've got to be very careful which gym I go into for different reasons. If I go into one gym,
yes,
my workout will take over an hour because people come up to me, start asking me questions. How old are you? What's the secret? You look good. Can you give me a training program? I'm looking at my time like that, and 30 minutes is gone.
yeah,
Whereas if I go to the other gym that's owned by the same company in the city,
yes.
there's a different vibe. It's very quiet. No one talks to anyone. So you can go in there, do your workout. There's lots of equipment free, and it's quite refreshing to go to a place where you're not being sort of hassled, or it's not for, so you can get your workout in. So yeah,
Yeah, and I guess so. I used to the gym I was just mentioning about. It was mainly packed with a lot of students, and like you can imagine, like during September till December, it's ram packed. You barely get anything ready, and then come Christmas time, they've all gone home. Yeah, there's a bit more space. January, everybody comes. You remember the whole New Year, New Me scenario that always happens, and then after the end of January, it's like I can't be bothered anymore going to the gym. And then it gets less and less, and then till Easter, it's all packed. After during Easter, it's empty. Summertime, you can move and breathe everything, and it's all good like that. To tell you the truth,
yeah,
it does. Again, you're right. It all depends on what time you go. Usually from 5 till about 8 o'clock in the evening, it's packed. You can't move or breathe in there.
yeah. I totally agree with you. Which is why, certainly, if Muslims are watching this podcast, is if you can get your fajr in, and then get your, depending on what time your fajr is and what country you're actually in, um,
Yes,
and what time the gym opens, get yourself to that gym very early in the morning. Before you actually go to work, go in there. I don't know, 6. The gyms here open at 6. Is 24 hours, but normally 6 o'clock in the morning the gym's open. You go in, have your workout, take a shower. 7 o'clock, you've done your fajr, you've done your fitness, you're set up for the day. Alhamdulillah for that.
I actually used to do that routine myself at one point. I'd get up, go down, brew a fresh pot of coffee, and I'd go pray at the mosque. It'd only be like me, two other brothers, the imam, and that was it. And then go to the gym, work out for about an hour and a half with my coach, come back, shower, have a bit of breakfast, go to work, bang on there for 9 o'clock. And then it was like, "Do you not go on gym?" "Oh, I went before I came to work." You have such a crazy schedule, but it's a good schedule to have. It's a good morning to have. If I can get all that done in the morning, I've got no problem for the rest of the day.
No, no. And you're focused more
Yeah,
as well, because
you are.
you're focused more, and you can make good decisions rather than thinking about decisions and not making the correct decision. You're more mentally alert to do the kind of work, whatever work you're doing, uh, to make that day a good day. You know, and it's always good at the end of the day when you do go to sleep and you say to yourself, "What did I accomplish today?" Oh, I got up
Yes.
a fighting breath. I went to the gym today. I did some mental training today. Oh, I did my work today. I had some family time today. That's a good day.
Oh yeah, indeed. That is the best time. That's the best thing to do. If you can accomplish, like I say, if you can accomplish praying Fajr first thing in the morning, the rest of the day will be an easy breeze for you. And again, you will think better, you'll feel better, and you have no worries whatsoever.
No, no, absolutely. Totally agree. Totally
Uh,
agree with that mindset.
Jazakallah, thank you, brother. So what one piece of nutrition advice that most people overlook? What would you say?
They overlook. Certainly the people that I train with, what I do is I ask them what kind of foods they eat.
Yes,
And I always, we need to start eating clean. We need to start eating fresh food. You need to start making fresh food. Don't get it out of cans. Don't get it out of packets. Certainly don't microwave any packets. The
yeah,
thing that is horrendous. The amount of sugar that's actually in there. So yeah,
yeah.
again, it's about time management. It's about finding some time, maybe on a Sunday, where you can go and get your shopping list on a Saturday. Buy the foods that you know you're going to eat the following week, which are all healthy: fruits, vegetables, meats, and stick to a plan. There's loads of different videos out there showing you how to meal prep and how to meal prep health. And it's just a case of taking, maybe an hour out of your day to look at these videos and say to yourself, "Oh, I like that recipe. I'll make that this week." Uh,
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you on that one as well, because if you can prepare in the week, and it cuts your time down when you come home from work. It's like, oh, I don't need to cook anything. I'll just heat this up and it's all done. It's ready. And it's like, oh, instead of waiting 45 minutes for, like, say, for example, salmon being baked in the oven, you can prepare it all. You can prepare like 4 fillets of salmon or 4 fillets of cod, and you wrap it up and everything, add all your seasoning, throw it into the oven, set it, and then when you come home from work, heat it, eat it, job done. It's
yeah,
all sorted for
absolutely.
you. Yeah, and then like sometimes when you're gonna go out, like say for example, you go into the cinema, and let's face it, the food there's crazily expensive, isn't it? And there's no nutrition from it. The only thing I'll ever get from a cinema is just a cup of coffee. That's it. And the coffee's surprisingly good. And I'll just grab a cup of coffee, and then if you're going to get snacks, no, I'll take my own snacks instead, because at least I know they're a bit healthier and everything. And then, you save a lot of money, and they're a much better deal for your health, which is always the best part. Thank you. So one quick question, one last question. What is some of the best advice you have received from working with people in fitness, yourself personally?
The best advice that I got over the years, going back to what I said to you about people wanting fast results. And it's from a mentor of mine many years ago. And, I was in that mindset as well. I can't see any change. I can't see anything happening with myself. And he said, just take your time. Just be consistent. Just be disciplined. And one of the things that I actually noticed, he said to me, the scales, you get on the scales. He said,
Yeah.
take away the scale, take a photograph of yourself once every month. Okay. Don't look at yourself as much as you can in the mirror for about a month, and then take another photograph of yourself, and then you'll start seeing changes. And it's quite interesting because when it comes to fitness, people are so close to going across that threshold of becoming a better version of themselves, but some actually give up.
Yes.
Little do they know that in a short space of time, that door's going to open for you, and you're going to see change, not only in your body, in your mind, and in your lifestyle. People give up too soon. They want fast results, when it comes to lifestyle and when it comes to fitness, short-term gains are not good. You've got to look for you've got to look, or your philosophy should be long-term success. And if you have that mindset when you first start your training and say to yourself, I know this is going to take time. I know I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I'm going to feel a little bit sore. I need to make changes in my life, but I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to go out there. I'm ready to make that change in my life. And just make that commitment to yourself. Better still, if you've got an accountability partner, or you've got someone to yourself to be accountable to, and say to them, in 8 weeks' time, I want to lose, or my target is to lose 10 kilos, for example. Okay, you both sign a little contract. You go, I'm going to hold you accountable to that. A lot of people, when they train as well, they train alone. They've got no support there to help them. And I think it's
Yeah.
fundamental. I think it's fundamental. If you're not actually mentally strong, you do need someone there to say to you, look, this is what we're going to do today. Let's go. I'll meet you at this time. This is the kind of training we're going to do. And it works both ways. One day, one person may not feel like going training, where the other one does. And that person who does says to that person, hey, come on, we got a date. We're going out for a walk. We're going, okay, And some days reverse as well when you don't feel like doing. Your accountability buddy's going, "Oh, I'm here. I'll see you in 10 minutes." Oh, yeah, okay. It's being accountable, and you. It's very difficult if you're not mentally strong and you start a fitness program off. I see a lot of people quitting in a short space of time. Where if they had that support from someone or had an accountability to someone in their family, then I say 9 times out of 10 is I'm lying there. 50% of the time, those people will carry on and start doing fitness for themselves and wanting to do it.
It's true. I mean, when if you do have sometimes having a training partner is not such a bad thing, is it? When somebody sees you struggling. I can remember when I first started going to the gym myself, and I was like, I did hang around with some negative people. I'm not going to lie, but then when somebody started seeing me struggling a bit and went, no, what you're doing is not right. Train with me one time and see what you think. Oh no, cool. I was a bit skeptical, but no, you're training with me. Let's do it. And we started training, and then the next day I couldn't move, which I think was a good thing. When you can't move the next day, it's like, oh, I can't move, it's so stiff. All that lactic acid build-up has come up into
Yeah,
the body, and but it's a good feeling. At least it shows you on the back. It gives you a good positive outlook that I trained very hard. I trained hard, and when you come home after you come home, you have a hot shower, and then you fall asleep. It's like, that was a good session. I'm going to pass out right now and everything. And it's a good thing to have that. Sometimes, again, having a training partner makes a big difference. They can push you, motivate you. Go on, you can do this. Get one more rep on you. Lift a bit more heavier, or run a bit more. Run an extra half mile. And do that, and you'll be amazed at the benefits that brings along with it, isn't it?
it does. For me, I surround myself with Muslim brothers, and there's a lot of brothers in my city who we train together calisthenics wise, in the park. So I've got that network there. But there's nothing stopping anyone else from maybe calling a friend up and saying, "Look, I'm going to go and start doing fitness. Do you fancy coming along with?" And having a sort of fitness buddy to go and do that with. I think you become who your friends are. So if you're surrounded with friends who are not exercising, who
Yeah.
lead an unhealthy lifestyle, and you're around that environment, then guess what? That's what you're going to be like. But I always say to people, there's a better version inside of you waiting to get out, but you need to do the work for that version of yourself that you want to be to actually come out. It's not easy. You have to put that work in. You don't get anything free in life nowadays, apart from
Oh,
Allah,
oh yeah. Alhamdulillah, that's what you need.
you know. But I think everybody's got potential. Every human being has got potential to do something in their life. It just needs a trigger for you to actually say to yourself, right, I'm going to make change. I'm going to do this, and initiating it and sticking to it, being disciplined. Motivation does come into it, but you need that discipline, and you need to form different habits quite quick to enable yourself to progress on as an individual, become that version of yourself long term that you want to actually be. And I think we've all got that within ourselves to actually do that. And that doesn't go for fitness as well. That goes for life in general. That goes for business. That goes for family and everything. You just need to put the work in whatever area that you're looking to improve in, and you'll get there. It's all about effort. It's all about making sure that you can confidently, as a human being, say to yourself, I want change. This is how I'm going to do it. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to make that change that I need for myself.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. You surround yourself with positive people, because the saying goes that you are the company that you keep. You hang around with unhealthy people, you become number 6 in that group or number 5 in that group. If you hang around with healthy, fit people, again, you'll be the next number in that group as well. If you hang around with negative people who want to waste time and life, again, guess what? you're going to be the next member of that group. Be careful who you make friends with and everything.
Yeah, you're right. And I'll even go to the extent of saying, when it comes to families and children, your children become who their parents currently are.
Yes.
So if your children are seeing you each evening watching TV, not keeping healthy, not doing any exercise, looking a bit overweight, and you're not motivating them, or you're not disciplining them properly, and you're allowing them to do what they want, then, or they see you always on your phone or watching films and stuff, not keeping yourself healthy, they're looking at that going, okay, well, they're doing that. I'm going to do that as well. You've got responsibility. You've got responsibility as a mother or a father to actually ensure that your children are actually brought up in a healthy way. Because, as you mentioned before, long term, if you can quite quickly, children at a young age, get them involved in some kind of sport, get them involved in some kind of healthy way of thinking, then that's going to be a knock-on effect. They're going to continue that if they stick with that, and they see you doing that, and you're pushing them as parents as well.
Yeah, it's true, because it's true what you say, that it is going to be. It all comes down to the parents. If they can set a good example for their kid to say, okay, don't do this, even though I have to come home from work and I've worked so many hours, I'm going to go to the gym and get a bit of a workout. And unless you want to come with me and have a look, see what the gym's like, okay, fine, I'll come to the gym and see what it's like, depending on the kid's age. Or you could say to them as well, after you come home from school, rest for a bit, you're going to karate class, which I always think is a great option to do. They first go to Quran class, and then they can go straight to karate class straight after, or they can go to a football class, a football club and everything. Get them involved in some sort of physical activity where they know as they get older, oh, I did this when I was young, I'm going to keep doing this and when I get older, because that seed's been planted on a very young age. It didn't happen a few days ago. It happened at a very young age.
Yeah, correct. You're actually correct in what you say there. It's implementation at a very young age. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. Spot.
Jazakallah, thank you for that. Thank you. Well, Anthony, aka Muslim Fitness Brother, it's been an absolute honor having you on the show. Jazakallah, thank you so much for coming on the program. I pray again everything goes good for you, that you become successful, you keep on smashing it, and I hope we get to meet up in person as well. And I'll try that coffee and lemon routine as well.
Inshallah.
I'm into that.
Thank you.
Inshallah. Inshallah. So half a lemon, is it, or just a few drops of lemon juice?
Just cut half a lemon and squeeze that into black coffee. No milk, no sugar. When you first taste it, you're like, oh, but you get used to it. And if you do that for 2 weeks on an empty stomach, go for a brisk walk in the morning, come back, black. Oh, by the way, don't eat an hour after you've actually drunk that coffee as well.
Okay.
Try it.
No, yeah, I don't eat anything till 2-3 in the afternoon anyway. I just can't be bothered to eat breakfast. I can't be bothered to eat breakfast anymore. I don't like it. Whoever said breakfast is the most important meal of the day, it's not. I don't think it is. In my personal opinion, it's not. I just prefer to this is breakfast, just coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
That's fine.
Everyone's doing
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But Jazakallah khair, thank you so much. And again, wish you all the best for everything. And please keep in touch. And let's hope collaborate again in the future, inshallah.
Thank you for inviting me on. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to invite me onto your podcast. I know we've taken a couple of times to try to connect up. But
yeah, we finally met up. We finally met up and had a coffee together through online.
Alhamdulillah. Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you.